You won't believe what just shattered the heart of Kenya's beloved TikToker Baba Talisha right at the dawn of 2026. Tears streaming, cryptic posts exploding across social media, a man known for his unbreakable spirit crumbling in real time. Ile siku utajua the darkest side of your woman, you will know you are not as strong as you think. Wait, what did he even mean by that? This is not how he wanted to start his year. Heartbreak so deep that he was even googling how to be strong. But that is not all, because the real story is hidden between the lines. What really happened behind the closed doors? Who broke him like this? And why now, at the start of the year? Stay tuned, because this story of betrayal and raw emotion is going to leave you questioning everything about love and strength. Today, we take a deep dive into one of the most gut-wrenching celebrity heartbreaks kicking off the new year. If you are a fan of the Kenyan content creators, you know Baba Talisha, whose real name is Faustin Lipuhu, as the resilient father, the viral TikToker who turned personal tragedy into inspiration for millions. But today, we are peeling back the layers of his latest emotional storm, a devastating breakup that got fans buzzing, hearts aching, and internet on fire. We'll trace his journey from his grief to glory and back to tears, uncovering the shocking details that have him googling how to be strong. And trust me, by the end of this video, you will see why this is not just another celebrity split. It is a raw lesson in vulnerability that could hit closer to home than you think. So let's jump in. First off, let's set the stage with who Baba Talisha really is, because understanding his past makes this current heartbreak hit even harder. Born Lipuhu, Baba Talisha rose to fame on TikTok after a life-altering tragedy in 2020. Picture this, a happy family man, married to his beloved wife Milka, cruising through life until one fateful day when a horrific road accident claimed her life and left him widowed with a young daughter. The pain was unimaginable. Fans watched as he documented his grief, turning raw emotion into relatable content that resonated with everyone who ever lost a loved one. He became a symbol of resilience, advocating for mental health, especially among men in Kenya, where stoicism often marks deep wounds. Over the years, his TikTok videos amassed millions of views, blending humor, dance challenges, and heartfelt stories that made him a household name. But beneath that smile, layers of unresolved sorrows that now seem to be bubbling up in the new chapter. Fast forward to 2025, a year that seemed like a turning point for Baba Talisha. He introduced the world to Miss Wanjiku Wanjiru, a woman who brought light back into his life. Their relationship went public in a whirlwind of sweet posts and family moments. In mid-2025, they welcomed a son together, a bundle of joy that had fans cheering. But here is where the intrigue builds. In July of 2025, during a candid Q&A with fans, Baba Talisha revealed that he had not formally married his wife yet. Why? A solemn vow he had made to his late wife Milka, promising that any future commitment would honor her memory in a profound way. It was a touching detail that showed his heart was still healing, still divided between past love and new hope. Later, in December of 2025, we saw him posting messages of gratitude on social media, thanking nice people who made the year brighter and expressing optimism for 2026. But little did we know, storm clouds were gathering. Now brace yourselves for the dramatic shift that hit like a thunderbolt on January 1st and 2nd of 2026. As the world celebrated fireworks and fresh starts, Baba Talisha's world imploded. It started subtly, or so it seemed, with a cryptic Facebook post that sent shockwaves through his fanbase. Ile siku utajua the darkest side of your woman, you are not as strong as you think. Boom! Those words landed like a punch to the gut. Fans immediately speculated, was this a general musing or a veiled cry for help? The language drips with betrayal, hinting at a discovery so dark it shattered his illusion about strength and love. But that was just the appetizer. On his Instagram stories, he poured out his soul, even more rawly. This is not how I wanted my year to start. Unapigwa heartbreak moja safi, hadi una Google how to be strong. Imagine that. A man who has faced death, loss and public scrutiny, reduced to searching online for coping mechanisms. The vulnerability here is palpable, evoking attention that keeps you scrolling, wondering what betrayal could break someone so tough. But that is not all. Wait until you hear the emotional layers peeling back in real time. Sources close to the story, including gossip pages like Nairobi Gossip Club, reported Baba Talisha breaking down in tears while sharing these details. Picture him, alone in the quiet, hours after midnight celebrations, typing out these messages with shaking hands. The posts were not just words, they were a window into a soul unraveling. He didn't name names, but the context points straight to his relationship with Miss Wanji. After all, they had celebrated milestones together, a son, public appearances, hints of a future. Yet here he was entering 2026 with a dramatic heartbreak, as he called it. The timing adds to the mystery. Why now? Was there a New Year's Eve confrontation, a revelation during holiday reflections? Fans are piecing it together, but the silence from Miss Wanji's side only heightens the drama, leaving us in suspense like a cliffhanger in your favorite soap opera. Diving deeper into the psychological toll, this is not Baba Talisha's first rodeo with a heartbreak, but it feels very amplified by his story. Remember, he has been open about his mental health struggles post-2020 accidents. In interviews over the years, he has shared how grief manifests its waves, sometimes calm, sometimes crashing. The new blow, coming right after a year of apparent stability, taps into advanced psychological triggers like betrayal and trauma, which experts say can feel worse than physical pain. It's that cognitive dissonance, believing you're strong only to have reality slap you down. His admission of Googling how to be strong is a masterstroke of relatability. It humanizes him, pulling viewers in with empathy. And let's talk emotional waves. From gratitude in December to despair in January, it's a roller coaster designed to keep you engaged, feeling the heights of hope and lows of the loss right alongside him. Public reaction has been a wildfire, fueling the story's virality and aligning perfectly with algorithm preferences for emotional, shareable content. On platforms like Instagram and Facebook, comments flooded in within hours. Nairobi Gossip Club's post about his heartbreak has garnered over 1,600 likes and hundreds of comments, with fans expressing shock. Shifting gears to strategic ordering, let's explore what this means for the relationship in the spotlight. Baba Talisha's story is not isolated. Think of other celebrities who have faced a similar turmoil. In Kenya, figures like comedian YY have shared breakup woes, but Baba Talisha stands out for its raw timing. Tension builds as we consider the darkest side he mentioned. What could it be? Betrayal, infidelity, a hidden truth uncovered during festive introspection. Without direct quotes beyond his post, speculations run wild, but reliable sources like Pulse Live Kenya highlight his July 2025 clarification on marriage, suggesting unresolved commitments played a role. Imagine the pacing: slow building, gratitude post in December, then explosive emotion in January. But wait, there is even more in depth. His advocacy work post-2020, he became a beacon for widowers, partnering with mental health organizations. And this break could spark new conversation, men crying, seeking therapy, turning personal pain into social value. It is a fresh angle, avoiding repetition by focusing on growth and potential. Baba Talisha's 2026 heartbreak isn't just news, it is a mirror to our souls. From cryptic warnings to tearful confessions, it's raw, real and riveting. If this resonated, like, subscribe, comment your thoughts. Has New Year ever broken your heart? Hit that notification bell for more celebrity deep dives, and thank you for watching. But remember, in love's game, knowledge is power. Stay strong out there.